house. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing, I'm out of my business. Okay. So that happened, right? But an hour later, we see them and they're, they got the sticks and they're like digging in the dirt, like pulling up all of the grass and the dirt with these like large sticks, like dirt, grass flying everywhere, okay? People's cars are getting dirt and grass, like they were they were digging a hole but along the house. Okay, again, I'm like, looking, like, is there a parent? No, okay. No parent, no grandparent. Okay, okay. so fast forward like a week later. The owner of the house comes. Okay. Now, it just happened to be my mom was having like a neighbor party cookout. She'll have a couple of them a year usually. She was having like a neighbor cookout, cooking on the grill, having the neighbors over in her yard, okay? Well, the owner of the house and his girlfriend pull up, okay? Now they haven't been there in a long time. Like I said, he's taking care of his very sick mom, so he can't leave much. Well, after they pull up, the police pull up behind them, okay? And the police go up to the door first, knock on the door, and mind you, my mom's house is right across the street, so like all the neighbors and my mother included were all outside witnessing all of this, okay? And when they see the owners, people start going up to them like, hey, how are you guys? And they start telling them that this girl is squatting, essentially, and has not paid rent in like a very long time, and they can't get her out. That's why the police have been going there. That's why they repoed her car. They like are going through her court case and everything, and she will not get out. She will not leave the house. They have served her New York State laws, and particularly, I don't know if it's like, it's hard to get people out. Ever since 2020 happened, things changed, and it's very hard to get people out. So, the reason they ended up renting to her was because originally the kid who owns the house, his dad was a lawyer, bought it for him, and he lived there, right? Then he ends up leaving. He gets a girlfriend, and they end up, leaving to live with the mom to help care for the mom. And the girlfriend was best friends with this girl, and she was like trying to get custody of her kids back, like, going through some stuff and needed somewhere to live, a reputable, good place to live, so she could try to get her kids back. So her best friend was like, you can live here, we'll only make you pay like X amount. It was like a very small amount of rent, so you can get on your feet, get your babies back, we'll help you, like whatever, okay? Well, I guess she only paid rent for like 2 months out of the whole time she's been living there, and she's been living there for like a long time now. And so they found out all that, okay? The cops come and go up to the door and knock on the door. Nothing. She won't come to the door. Finally, they get into the house, and she comes out. Like, as soon as they open the door, she comes out, and she's screaming at the top of her lungs, get off of my porch. Unless you have a warrant, you all need to leave. And the cops told the owner of the home, like, it's probably best you go because she's irate, and this can turn into like a situation, that we don't want it to turn into, because there was a lot of yelling going on, and it was getting intense. She starts like saying things like, oh yeah, that's why you cheated on him, and I have receipts, and just like spewing craziness out of her mouth. Craziness. Just start saying all this extra shit that she didn't need to say. And the girlfriend was like crying. My son's awake. My son woke up. I'm gonna have to do a part 2, you guys. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. Nevertheless, let me just finish this real quick. The owners ended up having to leave, and she's still in that house. They still haven't gotten her out. She got served. She has so many days. I think they gave her 30 days, and she's like halfway there, so she's gonna have to leave. But it took a very long process posted. I'll keep you guys posted. But I gotta go. Thank you for being here. Be sure to like this video if you want part 2. Hit the like button. Like button, and check out my Patreon.